Let's go! Yeah, Bucky, baby, Bucky, Bucky. Oh! 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 He's in there! Oh, big man! Big man! Oh! Oh, baby! Oh! Lesnar, let's go, Lashley! Let's go! Oh! Oh! One more time! Yeah! Let's go! Lights out. Whoa! Oh! Yeah. Whoa! Oh! Whoa! Come on, Brock! Let's go! Let's go, Brock! Oh! No!
Here's your winner after a 7-minute competition, the almighty Bobby Lashley!
Yeah. One more time! Let's go! One more time! One more time! Yeah, Brock! Do it to the left! On the table?
I don't belong in the WWE anymore.
Roman Reigns has finally broken his silence after weeks of rumors, backstage tension, and contract negotiations with Tico, and what he said has left the entire wrestling world completely shocked. Reports are now claiming that Roman Reigns walked out of WWE after a massive contract dispute, creating chaos behind the scenes and raising serious questions about the future of the Tribal Chief. Is this the end of Roman Reigns in WWE, or is there an even bigger story unfolding that nobody saw coming? In this video, we're breaking down everything Roman said, what really happened with Tico, and why fans everywhere are losing their minds over this explosive situation. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. This involves the biggest name in WWE today, a contract that reportedly expired, a corporate giant cutting payroll, and a champion who vanished from the schedule overnight. Stay with me, because this story goes much deeper than a missing graphic on a website. Roman Reigns walked into WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas chasing gold. He walked out of Allegiant Stadium as the new World Heavyweight Champion, defeating CM Punk in a main event that drew 5-star reviews across the entire wrestling press. The Tribal Chief was back on top. WWE had their story for the summer, and Reigns, he made a promise. Right there on the WrestleMania 42 post-show, in front of a packed crowd still buzzing from the night's events, Roman Reigns addressed the single most persistent criticism of his entire career, the part-timer label. He looked into the camera and told the world, "All this part-time crap, we're going to fix that." He pledged to be on WWE programming throughout the entire summer. The company moved fast. Within days, WWE officially advertised Reigns for every single Monday Night Raw in June 1st in Turin, Italy, June 8th in Paris, France, June 15th in Baltimore, June 22nd in London, England. For international fans who had waited years to see the Tribal Chief on a regular TV schedule, this was the announcement they'd been dreaming about. Then, the graphics changed. Sometime between WrestleMania weekend and the start of May, WWE quietly removed Roman Reigns from every single one of those June Raw listings on its official events page. No announcement, no on-screen explanation, no statement from the company. By the time fans noticed on a Saturday morning, the Tribal Chief had been wiped from Turin, Paris, Baltimore, and London in one clean sweep. The only remaining Raw date he was still attached to? The May 11th episode in Knoxville, the night after WWE Backlash 2026. That disappearance was the spark. And wrestling Twitter? It erupted. Here's where it gets serious. This wasn't happening in a vacuum. In the weeks after WrestleMania 42, WWE made headlines for a wave of releases. Over 20 superstars let go in a single news cycle. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, Karrion Kross. The New Day, one of the most decorated tag teams in WWE history, dismantled overnight. Multiple outlets reported that Tika Group Holdings had instructed WWE to cut millions of dollars from its talent payroll. The directive was simple: restructure existing deals, or release the wrestlers who refused to sign at a lower number. The New Day reportedly chose their release over taking a smaller contract. They were gone within weeks. Now here's where Roman Reigns enters the equation. In a recent Vanity Fair interview, Reigns himself confirmed his contract was set to expire in May. He is widely reported to be earning around $15 million annually, the highest active contract on the entire WWE roster. At the exact moment Tico was hunting for payroll savings, the man with the biggest paycheck in the company suddenly vanished from the schedule. Fans connected the dots immediately. An ex-user claimed Reigns had considered dropping the title to Jacob Fatu and walking away entirely if the contract situation didn't resolve. The post spread like wildfire, jumping from wrestling Twitter into mainstream sports coverage within hours, but there's a layer to this story that most people rushing to tweet their hot takes completely ignored. Roman Reigns is not just a wrestler with a complicated business relationship with his employer. He is a multi-time leukemia survivor. Reigns first made his diagnosis public in October 2018, relinquishing the Universal Championship in one of the most powerful unscripted moments in modern WWE history. He has fought the disease, entered remission, faced relapses, fought it again, and returned to the ring each time under the long shadow of an illness that does not simply disappear when you're declared in remission. He has taken visible precautions inside WWE matches themselves, including wearing a mask during crowd spots to avoid inhaling anything that could compromise his immune system. This is a man who treats his body with the careful vigilance of someone who knows what's at stake. Now look at those canceled June dates again with fresh eyes. Turin, Paris, London, Baltimore. 3 of the 4 are international, long-haul flights, time zone disruption, recirculated cabin air, unfamiliar food and water, exposure to environments outside a carefully managed routine. For a healthy roster member, that's just travel fatigue. For a leukemia survivor in remission, that is an entirely different calculation, and waiting at the end of that June run, Night of Champions 2026, June 27th, at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. WWE's own president Nick Khan publicly stated the company was actively monitoring the security situation in the Middle East ahead of that event. 4 international TV tapings building toward a high-pressure overseas pay-per-view. For a cancer survivor who has openly said the most important thing in his life is being home as a husband and father. Suddenly this doesn't sound like a walkout at all. It sounds like a man and a company quietly agreeing to be careful with him. There's one more dimension to this that makes everything more complicated. WWE's own Netflix docuseries Unreal pulled the curtain back on the booking process in ways nobody could have predicted. Audiences watched Triple H map out storylines, they saw wrestlers be told their finishes, they saw real frustration and real negotiation, and ever since, the wrestling audience in 2026 operates like a writer's room, reading every single business decision as a potential storyline beat. Reigns himself spent the entire WrestleMania 42 build weaponizing CM Punk's famous 2014 walkout, calling him a man who took his ball and went home. He positioned himself as the franchise player who stayed when it was easy to leave, and now, the man who spent months defining himself as the opposite of a walkout artist is the one being accused of walking out. The irony is almost too clean, and in 2026 wrestling, when something looks that perfectly scripted, you genuinely cannot tell if life is imitating art or the other way around. So what is actually happening? The most authoritative voice in wrestling journalism, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, reported that Reigns was pulled from June dates for one straightforward reason: he is not booked for Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. Because he isn't on that show, WWE